Tippett here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. How are you doing today? This is the FinTips series where we go quickly right through a topic. We give you some tips, get the hell out of the way so you can get back to what it is that you do well. What we do well here is financial advice, portfolio management, and just helping people get their dough straight in general. Well, today we're going to talk about 4 specific questions I want you to ask your financial advisor this year, or if you're considering getting one, 4 questions you may ask one when you go meet with them online or in person or whatever you do. So let's get started. Number 1, the most important thing, what's this all going to cost me? You don't get any other service on the planet without saying, what does this cost? Well, no, wait, to be fair, you go to the doctor, have things done to you, and then find out what it costs. That's ridiculous, by the way. But besides the doctor, the vet, and the dentist, well, the dentists are pretty good. Besides them, you hire an air conditioning company. They tell you what it costs before they start working. I mean every cost. You know, when it comes to financial advice, you're working with some of the smartest people in the room who have figured out ways to make money without you actually knowing about it. So I want you to know about it, right? If you're paying more, is it worth it? If you're paying less, is it worth it? Are you getting everything that you want out of it? I'll give you an example. For accountants, I pay my CPA a lot more than they actually ask me to pay. But I told them I'm going to pay you, it's actually twice as what they charge publicly, is I'm going to pay you more, but I'm going to demand the world from you when it comes to my personal taxes and my business taxes. I want every advantage. And if I get any hint that you're not working harder for me than everybody else, you're done. I'll go pay somebody else twice as much. I'm not really like that hard. I mean, I sounded pretty tough there, but I'm not really that tough. I just think that's a value-added service that I should pay more for in order to get the greatest advantage. I'm not going to go to a CPA and try to negotiate their fee with them because I want them working hard for me and not making mistakes, giving me any advantage as possible. But on the flip side, for some reason, I won't pay somebody to paint my house. You know, outside, inside, paint a room. I don't know why it is. I do it. And I think part of it is because I need a sort of a non-mental project every once in a while. But I absolutely refuse to pay somebody to paint my house. I don't know why it is. Now, you may be watching this going, Dustin, you're ridiculous. I'm not paying you to manage my money, but you may be the person that pays somebody to paint your house. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to if you don't want to. So you get your choice there, no problem. Number 2, I want you to ask them, what do I get? If you charge X, whatever it is, by the way, all of our fees are right on our website, so you can see it there. But if whatever you're asking for, or whatever they're asking for in terms of fees, what do you get for that? Right? Is it what you're looking for? If the advisor is one of those that just puts you in a mutual fund and then never calls you again, they better not be charging a lot. You might want to look into what they're actually charging you. You're paying them to press a couple buttons for you, and then you're paying the mutual funds to own them. A lot of times you're paying a front load on those mutual funds. So ask them, hey, what do I get? Are there any other services you might offer? For example, what we do here at Jazz, we handle your portfolios. We build and manage our own funds, by the way, so they're expense-free. You don't pay a single thing to participate in our funds, and then we just teach the living daylights out of you. Every week we get together, I do a video. We're building a library right now with lots of detailed information that we can't put out publicly, of course. And then once a month, I go over portfolio changes. Anything that you want to know about, and I'll also help you with your individual investments that you may have, your 401k that you may have at work, 403b, whatever it is. I want to help with everything. So you can see how right away you understand what you get to work with us. By the way, this Thursday we're going to do an open house to just kind of cover what we do here at Jazz and show you some of the goods. Number 3, I want you to ask your advisor, especially if you've had one for a while, hey man, am I taking enough risk, right? I'm getting closer to my goal, meaning I'm aging and getting closer to retirement. Am I still invested correctly? Now, if it's been a couple years, probably not a big deal. But if it's been a year or 2. But I want you to make sure that you're investing for your goal. Risk to reward, right? More risk you take, the more reward you get, but it has to be suitable for you. That's a big word here in this industry, is suitability. So I want you to ask your advisor, I have a goal in mind. Hopefully they planned it out with you. With that goal, am I pushing the pedal down hard enough to get to that goal? They should be able to answer that question. And number 4, I want you to ask your advisor, hey, given the recent Trump tax changes, am I invested as tax efficiently as possible? This one's a little tougher. Any financial advisor who manages portfolios, or maybe they build their own, like us, they should be able to say, okay, the investments we're confident in. We know you're invested correctly. Now the question is, I'm invested correctly, but are there other ways that I could get a greater tax advantage, or am I at any kind of disadvantage right now based on the account types that I've chosen? Hey, tell your advisor, I want to spend 10 minutes with you. I want to tell you how my life may have changed. And does that present any new opportunities? See, financial advisors should be paying attention to every advantage that's available out there. And if something has changed, you want to kind of get with them and see, has anything changed? We do that with our customers all the time. And I reach out to our customers to say, hey, if something's changed in your life, I want to know about it. If you got a divorce, I'm sorry, I know it's embarrassing and things happen, but I want to know about it because we may need to change something. If you just bought a vacation home and now you're stretched a little bit to the limit there, I want to know about it. There may be something that we can do to try to get you that better tax advantage. Well, that's all I have for you. Really simply, number one, ask them what it actually costs. Whether they charge a lot, charge a little, just ask them what it costs. You want to make sure you understand all the costs, not just their costs, but your total all-in costs. Number two, you want to know what services do you get? I mean, what am I getting? What am I paying for? I get an Apple iPhone or whatever because I know I'm getting all kinds of great stuff there and I'm going to pay more for it. Or I'm going to get a Motorola whatchahavit or something and I'm not going to get a lot, but it costs me less. You just want to know that. Number three, are you taking enough risk? And number four, are you getting the greatest tax advantage for your personal situation? Not what an online calculator told you, not what a book told you, for you. You are unique in yourself. You see the comments. I get bashed sometimes for making comments that are general, that don't fit everybody, but generally speaking, they fit most people. Make sure you're getting the greatest possible tax advantage there as well. I hope you enjoyed. If you do, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button. If not, sorry, we tried. We'll see you later.
Why should you choose Jazz Wealth as your retirement or long-term investing service? Our portfolios are managed by us, not some faceless mutual fund manager. Our private classes will teach you everything about investing and getting your dough straight. Best of all, our fiduciary standard means your best interest comes before ours.